Hey everyone, so recently I almost got caught with an online scam which pretends to be sorta Viking knitted winter wear for men and women, of course. This is something that we would call an e-commerce platform, just like an e-store. I decided to make this quick vid so that you are aware that scammers nowadays 100% are using AI to pretend that they're selling stuff that doesn't exist or which doesn't look like in the ad or in the actual store. It doesn't look like that in real life. This is just a simple precaution, nothing else. I guess that Gen Z knows that, so this video is definitely not for Gen Z, because these guys and girls are already they're already smart, so they sense BS and they sense fakeness. Well, at least I hope most of them do. This is also not for my generation mostly, because we're millennials and we came up with this stuff. We were born into this. Who it might be useful for, either for Gen X or for, even earlier generations who are, quite prone to these AI scams and maybe have difficulties in distinguishing fake from real. So let's get to it. This is gonna be a quick one, I promise. I'm not gonna bore you to death. It's just something that I almost fell for it. So as I was scrolling my YouTube feed, as I usually do, because I don't have anything else to do with my life, anything else meaningful, I stumbled upon this ad, and you can see it's completely fake from the start, at least the picture to the left, where it shows like an unrealistic man in some sort of like unrealistic clothes, should I say, right? But this can be, I believe this can be created like in real life. My first reaction was, wow, that's a cool thing, right? I would like to have that, I would like to wear that. By the looks of it, it should be warm. It's somewhat stylish. I like stuff with ornaments and ethnic clothes, which sort of like, if combined, if you take like the hoodie or the jacket and the pants, they kind of, when combined, they create this visual composition of some style. In this case, this is some sort of Nordic style. As they present it, it's like the Viking knitted winter wear. Winter is coming, brothers and sisters, and we should, be prepared for that. I guess, keep ourselves warm. So initially I stumbled upon this stuff. Of course, I took a look at this ad, and yeah, as you can see, it's completely fake. It's completely like AI generated, but you can almost instantly say that the video is AI generated by the way the person walks and moves. All the lighting is completely artificial. There's nothing to trust there. But as soon as we go to the pictures, this is something that draws attention. And for example, can you say that this guy is AI generated? Because it's like pretty difficult. It can just be a model. Even if these pics are real, they are just, heavily edited. But still, they kind of, give you the feeling that this is something cool. And I haven't seen stuff like this before, and I would like to wear these because, by the looks of it, it looks like it's something warm, which can keep me warm during the winter nights. Well, this one's completely fake. So it's just, puffed and pumped. This is also hard to distinguish. As you can see, this may be even real photos to some extent. You get the overall point. AI equals scam or fakeness in my opinion, but not 100%. It depends on the context where it's being used, right? If it's a store and you don't want to hire the models and pay them or do the photo shoots or video shooting, you can go with this. But this is not something that's like overly expensive. You can always ask your friends if you have those, so they might help you with the with the idea or with this activity. Straightforwardly tell that some of this is fake and some of this questionable. So the next thing I did is I went to their website to check stuff out, because I was kind of mesmerized by the visual looks and by the fact that, as they present it, it's like knitted, manufactured by people, not machines, which is like questionable from the start, I guess. So anyways, I just went to this website to check the stuff out. First thing that, presented itself to me, fakeness of some photos. And I understand that they do it on Temu, they do it on AliExpress, they do it like on every online, international online store as well, because they need to present their products and stuff. And I completely understand that, but if we take Temu or AliExpress, at least from my experience, they always deliver. Most of the times it's exactly or almost exactly as it looks. The longer you wear something, the more deprecated it becomes. So it kind of wears off. So it's just a natural thing. I took another look at the photos right here, or should I say AI generated pics, because these guys completely fake, and you can tell by the eyes, like by the look. Usually it doesn't even matter like how brutal the the generated content looks in this case. The AI look is something like an empty gaze, and it's like too polished, once again, like too perfect. On top of all of that, the pricing is also not the cheapest, should I say. You can buy into that because as they present it, it's handmade and given the style as well, so they can lure you in, because I almost got caught. And thank God I like conducted a little research so that I was completely sure that this is a scam. But scam not in a way that they kind of scam you of your bank data or like financial data and don't send the goods. This is like another type of scam. Too perfect, too polished, artificial lighting, and to completely prove my point, I also took a look at women's clothing here. In the women's section, you can tell that all of it is fake, starting from the very first pic. So like, once again, too perfect, overly filtered even if it was a real photo, this is like overly filtered and doesn't seem real. The skin is not something that people wear. It's difficult to explain stuff, but if you get it, you get it. So if you take a look at another model right here, this speaks volumes. This is like completely AI generated face, and judging by the looks of it, like it's just completely AI generated everything else. The lightning, the empty gaze, perfectness. But it's hard to tell in some other cases. For example, right here, it's pretty hard to tell whether this is fake or not. It may be just heavily edited, and like the face actually looks like it's real with the shadows falling on it. It's getting harder to distinguish this shit nowadays. Yeah, and if you scroll down, you'll just find lots of other stuff, lots of other pics. And here is another like great example of what I mean by that. How to tell whether it's completely AI generated, and neither these clothes, neither the model, they don't exist, is by the eyes. Look me in the eyes and I'll tell you who you are. So empty gaze, almost as if it is drawn like manually. Person is not real, just not real. It's a shame, because if this clothes really existed, it would be great to have it. Yeah, you know what I mean. So, and if you scroll down, you'll find even more, screaming examples like that. This was just, to prove my point and to keep you aware of what you're buying, where you're buying it, and, always do a little research. This is the times we live in, and we cannot even like order something online anymore without doing the research. Yeah, tech has presented us with so many solutions and created so many other problems, right? Trust being one of them. So I've like added a couple of the goods to my cart, and then something like something spoke to me that this may be fake, because everything which contains AI, specifically like AI generated content, may be just fake and may potentially be a scam. You can rephrase that as don't be blinded by the lights. So I took a little research, which I suggest you do too. So basically what you do is you Google the name of this so-called store. You write something like, Sirwera, let's do it again, like Sirwera scam. And you're gonna have some search results, for example, like Trustpilot. This is like an aggregator of customer reviews, or just, people who had either various experiences with various internet resources, or companies or organizations, or or unfortunately fell victim to the scam machine. Specifically for this site, it says that it's got like 28 reviews and 1.6 stars. This completely turned me off. I understood that it was a good idea to actually do this research. As I've said before, this is for the older generations, because we people as myself, the younger ones, we already, at least I hope we know, that internet is just like a scam field, a never-ending the field of possibilities to take money out of your pockets. I guess this is just some sort of a precaution that you have to do nowadays in order to make sure that the resource you're dealing with is legit or not. So, and if we go to the review section, there's gonna be some customers who tell you everything you need to know, because you can fake 5-star reviews, and you can make them AI generated, or buy them, pay some peeps to write the 5-star reviews for you. But as we can see in the rating, there's only like 4% of 5-star, and everything else is 1-star. So you cannot fake that, and this is not like some attack, black PR. So I took a read through some of the reviews, and basically nowadays I trust the 1-stars. And if you like put 4 or 5 stars for any product you buy, you gotta back it up with something. So just text is not enough for me, so let's go. If I filter it by the 5 stars and we don't see any, That's a shame, actually. I wanted to present you with some AI-generated review, or review which was paid for. This is the truth, like, this is the voice of the streets. Sorta. So, it says like scam. Doesn't even look like what they sell. Clear from small Chinese city. Dirty as you know what. Customer support is you know what. This reminded me of a video that I made a bit earlier, where there was this AI course ad which had some slogan or message like teenagers are building businesses with AI. If that's the kind of business they are building nowadays, no, not for me. You know, go out to the real world, make some real agreements, start producing some real clothes. Because if these clothes were real, of course I would have bought it. It looks cool, and it would have been warm as hell. So there's just one simple exception: if it was real. So let's continue with it. So, and these reviews are all 1 star. So I guess they actually send the product, but it's like completely opposite of what they are advertising. So the main point of this video is to never trust anything with AI. Double check, triple check, quadruple check, whatever the hell. Make sure that this thing is real. Because if they use AI for ads or for, you know, their product presentation, it speaks either fake, either like they don't have the money, which is kind of awkward, because if they were able to launch a website, like I am 100% sure that they would have found some funds to conduct these photo shoots and to present their product to you. So, no, not an option. So it speaks either fake or scam, which ultimately result in the same thing when combined. And then I also went to Reddit, just, you know, to double check and confirm that this is a scam. And the first thing I found right here was this website with the same title. However, in this case, they presented themselves as, I guess, Japanese wear. Yeah, so in my case, it's more of a like Nordic Viking, but in the case of this Reddit user, it's just Japanese wear. The underlying idea to scam you, the product presented on the website, which is super polished, super perfect, and is ultimately fake. The idea stays the same. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a naive person, or if you consider yourself to be so, and this is not a stone in your yard, so, you know, I used to be naive as well. I may still be naive in some topics, or, you know, in fields of activity where I have not had experience yet. So if you consider yourself to be a trusting person, a naive person, and a person who is easily distracted by, you know, by the good looks of things, of people, of content, I can only recommend you. This is not an advice in any sort of form. This is just something that may potentially save your funds if you're not falling for it. Because I almost spent like, you know, 80 something euros for, you know, for two items, which would have been just junk, just, you know, cloth junk. So anyways, thank you for being with me. I hope it helps some of you, because as internet is becoming artificial and as it is collapsing under its own weight, there's gonna be more and more of these scams to follow. AI equals fake, AI equals scam. Take care. Peace out.